Hey guys, welcome to my channel Squeeze and Post. So today I bring you guys this video to share with you pretty much my number one rule, and that I feel no one can argue, and that helps me so much through the journeys I've had before with my weight loss and with the journey that I'm having now. It's always helped to keep in mind. So my number one rule is that my number one and only rule, all rules fall into that rule, is that you should never let weight loss take over your life to the point where you can't go out to eat, you can't enjoy time with your family, to the point where you can't sleep at night, to the point where it frustrates you so much. Because I feel like a lot of the times the reason why I end up binge eating, it's because I'm stressing over it. You know, I have 50 pounds to lose. So that's my rule. Just don't stress it out. Don't let it take over your life to where it makes you miserable. Be happy in your journey and celebrate every milestone. So along with that one, I wanted to share a couple of other ones that I do as well. And hopefully you guys can find it helpful for your life and your journey. So one of them is to look for information. So you can find information in regards to like how many calories you can put inside your body, what's the healthy weight for you, things that can work for you, exercises that can work for your body, in the place that you are, at the journey that you are. So for example, me at this weight, my workouts, my meals, my calorie intake will not be the same as in 15 more pounds or 20 more pounds. You know, calories are gonna go, I can eat less calories, my exercise are higher, just because I will be stronger. So you know, find information, and so that you know what's good and works for your body, so you don't get injured, or you don't end up thinking that you're, you know, eating healthy and then you're losing no weight and you get frustrated because of it. You know, so that works with your lifestyle as well. You can look up calorie intakes or calories for foods, like how many calories does one food have, and when you go out you can research what restaurants you can go to, and the ones, like, let's say, like I said, don't stress it. So your family's like, okay, I want to go here, and you're like, all right, maybe you can make a research on a healthier option for that specific restaurant. Another one I would advise would be specific. So the more specific that you are, the more likely you are to complete your goal. So be more specific with your workouts. Like, what do you want to work out? What can you work out? Which goes along with the research. Be specific in your meals. What do you like to eat so you can enjoy losing weight and not just be eating like okay, I can't enjoy just having like a vegetable soup. I've heard, you know, there's a diet from the vegetable soup. I've never tried it myself, but you know, I can't just, I like certain vegetables, but I can't eat them every day, all day, and that's it. Not only will it not keep me full, it just will not make me happy. So also, you know, be specific with that. Like I said, your workouts, what do you want to work out, what can you do, and what can you eat, and what you like to eat, so you can be happy in the journey for the long run. If you're trying to lose 5-10 pounds, dieting, you know, maybe work for you. Mine, like I said, 50 pounds, that will not work for me. So I need to be specific in what my workouts that I want to do. One is, I love dancing. So for example, you know, when my kids go to sleep, I kind of just, you know, put music, and I don't have a specific dance music. I just kind of, you know, put music that I like, and I dance to it. However, nobody's watching, so go ahead, let loose. Another one would be realistic. That's my other advice, to be very realistic. So, you know, life can get hectic, and we might never have time to do the things that we want to do. Like, I wish I could have 2-3 hours to work out. When I was younger, I used to go to the gym for like 2.5 hours, and I don't have that time anymore. Not only do I not have the time, I also can't work out for that long. Right now, I've gained so much weight that my endurance is different. So I have to be realistic with myself in the workouts that I do. And then also, I have to be realistic that I'm not going to stick to eating just vegetables. Like I said, see how it all goes hand in hand together. So I have to be realistic with myself and my workouts and my food, and know that, that understand that I may not be able to do it. So I have to set myself realistic goals. I try to set time, like, okay, work out 20 minutes. That's a realistic goal. If I can go longer and my kids allow me to work out longer, great. Celebrate that. Be happy for that day. But don't feel miserable if the next day you only have 20 minutes. Or you could be, work out 2 times per week. Do that for a while. See how that works out. And then add another workout. And then be happy for everything that you're adding, rather than to be like, okay, I'm going to work out 5 times a week. I'm going to eat vegetables all week, and then you have a cookie and you're like, oh my god, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. Or you work out 2 times that week and you're like, oh great. The process and the journey of losing weight can be so hard already on its own. You don't need to make it harder on yourself. You don't need to beat yourself down for it. So be realistic and understand that in time, you will get there. You will get there. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Like, slowly. You will get there slowly. My other advice would be analyze your motives. So be realistic with yourself, and why do you want to lose weight? Meditate on that. Like, what is the reason why you're trying so hard to lose weight? Is it because you want to look a certain way? Is it because you want to weigh a certain amount? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to impress somebody? It's what's the real reason why you want to lose weight? And then remember that and don't forget it, because it's gonna get tough, and sometimes you're gonna lack that motivation. And when you lack the motivation, and when you feel down, or you messed up, or whatever you're feeling when you're being the hardest on yourself, just remember why you started. Like, for me is I want to have more energy to move around with my kids, and I also want to feel comfortable in my own skin. I'm not so much worried about the scale. I want to be more to what I see in front of me. Like, do I feel comfortable in the clothes that I'm wearing to go out? And also, am I having enough energy to keep up with my kids? It's already hard enough to be a mother of 3 kids, let alone being overweight and not being able to keep up. So that's one of the main reasons why. And like I said, so I can feel comfortable, so I can be confident in myself, so I can show that confidence with my husband and myself. So those are my motives: my kids for energy, and my husband for me to feel comfortable. And I wish I could go more into detail in regards to, like, I'm not losing weight for him. I want to clarify that I'm not losing weight for him. I'm losing weight for myself to have confidence in myself for our relationship. So when you don't have confidence in yourself, that can also affect your marriage. And maybe later on I can make a video on that, but for right now, that's pretty much I hope you guys can understand what I mean by that. So it's not that I want to lose weight for him. I want to lose weight for myself to have that confidence. And then, create a plan. So you're most likely to keep on track if you have a plan. Leaves less room for mess up. So if you can plan your meals ahead, you can do that. Don't feel bad if you can't. You're kind of just working on a daily basis. I do that as well. Sometimes I plan, sometimes I don't. I feel like I'm more successful when I do plan ahead. You can plan your meals. You can plan your workouts. Like, when can you work out? When do you have the most time, or when do you feel the most energized? Like, sometimes I feel the most energized during the daytime. Sometimes I feel more energized during the nighttime. It depends on what day it is. So in the weekends, I can do it in the morning. In the weekdays, I can do it at night. Okay, so when you create a plan, you can also aim for smaller goals so that you can keep track of your progress. So for example, instead of I know that I do have a specific number, and I've mentioned before that I could stop before and just maintain. It just all depends on when I start getting close to it, how I feel. But I do have just, to have a visual plan and goal is 140. So instead of me wanting to just write down in my plans and in my goals, I want to weigh 140, I do it in a different way. When I write on my journal, I do have a goals journal and planning journal. When I write it on it, I write more so like this month I want to lose 4 pounds. I aim always for one either like ounces, half an ounce to a pound a week. I don't want to get disappointed and discouraged if I don't reach, losing 2 pounds for a week. And it sounds amazing to lose 30-40 pounds in a month, but it's not realistic. Not in my case, it's not. So, I'm happy. I can celebrate that. I can feel good about myself. I can also make goals like, like I'm going to work out twice this week. And I try to get it early so that maybe I could squeeze more workouts, or I could just be like, you know what, I did it, So you celebrate yourself instead of beating yourself down, which can cause anxiety, depression, and you don't want to have that. You don't, because that's when we give up. And then perseverance. You just gotta keep trying. You can't give up. Progress is progress. It doesn't matter if you didn't gain or lost. There's no difference. That's still good. I try not to beat myself down because I already feel guilty and bad enough. But I try to just, take it for what it is and be like, okay, I just gotta keep trying. Even if I'm losing that same pound that I lost the week before, it's okay. It's okay, because progress is progress, and the only way you will fail is if you stop. That is the only time you will fail, is if you stop. You're allowed to gain, like if you already lost 10 pounds and you gained 5 back up, don't feel bad. Continue to lose those same 5 pounds and then add 5 more to that. Instead of giving up, gaining all those 10 and gaining even more than that. Because that's when it gets worse. It gets worse. So once you start letting yourself down, it's like a spiral out of control, straight down. You just keep gaining and gaining and gaining. Because I feel like, when you're struggling with weight loss, and for as long as I have struggling with weight loss, there's hardly any maintaining. I tend to just gain. That's it. If I'm not losing, I'm gaining. It's really hard to maintain. So my journey never ends. Even when I reach a certain goal, it's never ending. That's why I do all my changes for a long term, because this is a never ending process. And I wish I could tell you that once you reach 130 you get happy and then that's it, you're beautiful and skinny forever. Not that I'm not beautiful at this weight, but it doesn't stop there. Your struggle still continues. That's why perseverance is very important. And not to count on motivation itself, because if you count only on motivation, you will fail as well. You're not going to wake up every morning wanting to work out and eat healthy. You're not. That's the reality. It's the ugly truth. So that's pretty much all I have as of right now. I know it's a lot of information, and I hope you made it this far. I hope it helped. Even if it helps with one of my advice, or if it helped only one person, I'm happy with that, because I know how much I struggle to lose weight and how miserable I feel sometimes, and how down and how mean I am to myself. When I look at myself in the mirror, sometimes I could be very cruel. And it's, you have to live with yourself. You have to wake up with yourself. You have to go to sleep, and you have to be nice to yourself, because our bodies do so much for us. You know, they get us going every single day, that you should be happy. You should be happy at whatever weight you're in, and then try to be a better version of yourself. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't expect to reach the goals of others. Do what makes you happy. And when you do get stressed, when you do feel depressed, leave me a comment. I'll comment back. We could do this together. Because I have those days too, and I have those moments too, and they really suck. They really, really suck. But you know, you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and you're like, let's do this again. Even if you end up feeling the same that day. Mornings are always bright, and you know, the next day I always tend to feel better, especially in the mornings. That's like my highlight of the day. The afternoons and nights are the worst for me. But anyway, so I'm still working on that binging video of how to avoid binge eating. But this was heavy on my heart, and I wanted to make this video. But anyway, thank you for watching, and like I said, I hope you guys made it, you know, to the end, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll bring you guys another video some other time.